Welcome to this SmartTechCheck EduSeries episode. I'm Mark Vena, CEO and Principal Analyst at SmartTech Research. And today, we are extracting the key messages from HPE Discover in Las Vegas. The core theme was clear. HPE wants to be seen not just as a server company, not just as a networking company, and not just as a hybrid cloud company. It wants to be seen as an architect of the agentic enterprise. That matters because AI is moving fast, from chatbots and copilots into systems that act, automate, reason, and operate across the business. HPE's message is that enterprises will not get there by bolting AI onto old infrastructure. They need a new foundation. That foundation spans self-driving networks, private and sovereign AI, trusted data platforms, hybrid operations, and GreenLake Intelligence as the connective tissue. This is a strong message, but also a complex one. Dell has done a very good job making AI Data Factory easy to understand. HPE's challenge is different. It has a broader technical story, especially with Juniper, Aruba, GreenLake, Alletra, OpsRamp, Morpheus, and NVIDIA. Now it has to make that story sharper, simpler, and more repeatable. The big message from HPE Discover was that AI is moving from answers to actions. That is a huge shift. Traditional AI helps users ask questions, summarize content, and generate responses. Agentic AI goes further. It makes decisions, takes actions, coordinates workflows, and interacts with enterprise systems continuously. Antonio Neri framed this well when he said, AI is only as strong as the data foundation beneath it. That line matters because it cuts through the hype. AI does not run on magic. It runs on data, compute, networking, storage, security, orchestration, and governance. HPE's blueprint has four major parts: agentic infrastructure for private and sovereign AI, self-driving networks that support AI and also use AI to operate better, hybrid operations that unify observability, automation, and orchestration, and GreenLake Intelligence as the operating layer that ties it together. The constructive takeaway is that HPE is telling a stronger, full-stack story than it has in the past. But buyers need clarity. The market already understands Dell's AI factory narrative. HPE now needs to make agentic enterprise just as intuitive. HPE's strongest message at Discover may have been this: the network is no longer background plumbing. It is the foundation for AI. Rami Rahim put it directly when he said, "The future of networking will not just support AI, it will run on AI." That is the right framing. AI workloads are hungry. They move massive amounts of data. They demand low latency. They depend on real-time inference. They break down fast when the network is slow, unstable, or insecure. HPE is attacking this from three angles. First, networks for AI, including Juniper networking inside HPE AI factories and purpose-built switching for inference clusters. Second, AI for networks, with Marvis actions in Aruba Central, predictive analytics, and agentic root cause analysis. Third, integral security, with SASE Orchestrator unifying SD-WAN and SSE in one console. The Ohio State University proof point is especially strong. Ohio State has 22,000 HPE wireless access points, and its team said AI ops can move issue resolution from hours to minutes. That is what buyers want to hear. Not AI theater, operational impact. The Juniper and Aruba integration is a major test for HPE. Acquisitions are easy to announce. They are hard to operationalize. Here, HPE deserves credit. Will Townsend of Lone Star Advisory and Research captured the point well when he said, "The speed of cross-pollinating the Aruba and Juniper networking portfolios with a common agentic framework and microservices is nothing short of impressive." That quote matters because integration speed is one of the biggest indicators of whether this deal becomes strategic or just additive. HPE is now bringing Marvis actions into Aruba Central. It is bringing CX switches into HPE Mist. It is using QFX switching to build AI fabric credibility for inference clusters. And it is trying to unify networking and security through SaaS Orchestrator. This is where HPE can separate itself. Dell has a clean AI data factory message. HPE has deeper networking DNA, especially with Juniper now in the fold. But there is a caveat. HPE must keep the roadmap crystal clear. Aruba customers, Mist customers, and GreenLake customers cannot feel like they are stuck between platforms. The vision only works if it feels unified. HPE's AI Factory message with NVIDIA is about giving customers 3 paths to production AI: private cloud AI, AI Factory at scale, and sovereign AI Factory. This is important because not every enterprise wants the same AI deployment model. Some want turnkey private AI. Some want large-scale infrastructure around NVIDIA NVL72. Some need sovereign controls for data residency, country-specific compliance, and regulated workloads. Jensen Huang's line fits the moment. Every layer of the computing stack is being reinvented for the age of AI agents. That is exactly the market HPE is chasing. The stack is being rebuilt around agents, inference, data locality, GPU utilization, governance, and secure deployment. HPE has the right ingredients: ProLiant Compute, Juniper QFX Fabric, Alletra Storage MPX 10,000, GreenLake, Private Cloud AI, and NVIDIA partnership depth. The Vulture win also helps HPE because it gives the company a stronger at-scale proof point. Still, Dell holds an advantage in market perception. AI Data Factory is simpler and already has momentum. HPE is credible here, but it must keep tightening the message. This slide gets into one of the most important topics in enterprise AI: economics. AI sounds exciting until the bill arrives. Fidelma Russo made a critical point when she said data is no longer accessed once. It is accessed continuously throughout the life cycle of a task. That is the new AI reality. Agents do not just answer once and stop. They reason, validate, act, check outcomes, and loop again. That means token usage, storage performance, memory pressure, and GPU utilization become boardroom issues. HPE's answer is to help customers do more with the GPUs they already have. Alletra Storage MPX 10,000 extends KV cache and acts like active memory for AI, with HPE claiming up to 20 times faster time to first token. The story gets stronger with GPU utilization. The deck points to 17 times higher throughput by keeping GPUs productive without adding more hardware. That is a powerful economic argument. HPE Data Fabric 8.2 adds the governed data layer for distributed agents, with enterprise scale and a long production history. The message is simple: cloud simplicity, owned economics, governed AI at enterprise scale. That is a strong wedge against runaway AI costs. GreenLake Intelligence is HPE's attempt to make hybrid operations smarter, faster, and more autonomous. This is a big deal because enterprise infrastructure is messy. Customers have cloud environments, private data centers, virtualized workloads, AI factories, networking domains, security tools, and operational silos. HPE wants GreenLake Intelligence to reason across that sprawl. The demo line was memorable: weeks of work completed in minutes. That is the promise buyers want. Not another dashboard, not another tool, actual reduction in operational drag. OpsRamp Copilot observes, correlates, reasons, and recommends across AI factories. Morpheus orchestration automates blueprints, workflows, and workload provisioning. Zerto extends recovery and protection into the agentic AI era. This is strategically important, but the key word is experience. Customers must experience this as unified, not assembled. Will Townsend's broader point about HPE's integration speed applies here too. The technical pieces are impressive. The next step is making the workflow feel simple enough for real-world IT teams. If HPE gets that right, GreenLake Intelligence could become a serious differentiator. Security was not a side topic at HPE Discover. It was part of the architecture. Rami Rahim made the point clearly. Security can no longer sit beside the network. It has to be built into the network. That is exactly right. Agentic AI will increase the attack surface. More automation means more privileged actions. More distributed inference means more data movement. More agents mean more points where policy, identity, and governance can break down. HPE's answer is to integrate security directly into the networking and AI foundation. SaaS Orchestrator brings SedWAN and SES into one console with a unified policy framework and AI-driven guidance. AI firewall controls help govern sensitive data uploads and enforce acceptable AI application behavior at the edge. Confidential computing, backed by NVIDIA, strengthens the sovereign AI story by protecting data in regulated and country-specific deployments. This is the right direction. The constructive view is that HPE should make runtime protection even louder. The AI security conversation is moving quickly. The winners will not just secure infrastructure, they will secure AI behavior as it happens. This is the competitive heart of the deck. Is HPE distinguishing itself enough to compete with Dell in the AI data factory space? Technically, yes. Perceptually, not yet. HPE has real differentiators: Juniper networking depth, GreenLake hybrid operations, private and sovereign AI, HPC heritage, liquid cooling experience, broad services, and a stronger end-to-end architecture than many people give it credit for. However, Dell's advantage is different. Dell has a simpler AI data factory message, strong enterprise relationships, and a perception of execution strength. That matters because buyers do not always choose the most complete architecture. They often choose the clearest story from the vendor they believe can execute. HPE must prove three things. First, fewer moving parts in the story. Second, a faster cadence of customer proof points. Third, clear economics for production AI at scale. Will Townsend's comments on the speed of Aruba and Juniper integration are encouraging, but HPE now needs that same clarity across the full AI platform. The verdict is fair. HPE is differentiated technically. It is still catching up perceptually. The outlook for HPE is positive, but execution dependent. Antonio Neri closed with a useful three-part call to action. Architect deliberately. Start with the network. Choose HPE as your partner to bring the full stack. That neatly captures HPE's Discover message. Start with networking. Build for AI that acts. Connect data, compute, storage, security, and operations. And use GreenLake as the intelligent control layer. HPE continues to make tremendous progress in the AI data factory race. The Juniper integration gives HPE a credible AI-era control point. The NVIDIA partnership, Vulture win, and private cloud AI expansion strengthen the at-scale story. The economics message around GPU utilization, KV cache, and governed data is smart and timely. But let's be candid. Dell still leads the market in the AI data factory space from a messaging, perception, and execution standpoint. HPE has the portfolio to compete strongly. Now it needs speed, clarity, and louder customer proof. That is the path to durable differentiation. Thanks for watching this SmartTechCheck EduSeries episode. Please like and share this podcast, subscribe to the SmartTechCheck podcast on YouTube, and tell us what topics you want Smart Tech Research to cover next.